Well, hello, everyone. We are the Coincidental Trendsetters. I'm Sandra.
And I'm Lee.
And we're here, but we don't know how we got here, especially this week. It's been a week, y'all. But Lee, we're just going to jump into fashion focus this week so that we don't go a little long. Sometimes we can get long-winded. So I'm going to throw it over to you. Tell me what you're wearing.
Oh my gosh. Well, Sandra, we talked about this, about how, and I know that we both share this, that every season we get these beautiful collections of over 100 pieces. And there are usually a couple in the midst there that we are not so keen on, right? That we're kind of like, I don't know if I would wear that. I don't know
in the
how
category of I hate it. Just saying.
I don't say that right off the bat, right? Like I just go, I don't know about that piece. We don't know how we're going to sell it, right? Because it's not really authentic to us. And coincidentally, of course, as the season goes on, you eventually go, I'm kind of digging that. And you and I both found this piece to be one of those. And notice how different they are for me and Sandra, because each one is done a little differently, which is kind of cool. So this is the fabulous Drew jacket, named after Drew Barrymore, that she wore in the 80s and 90s, this big jacket. And it has snaps that you can hear, and it's nice and oversized. And it is a really fun and comfortable piece. Would you agree?
I would. And you know what? When I first saw it, I thought it was too 80s for me, even though I grew up in the 80s, I should embrace it. But what got me is when I put it on, it's denim, but it's so lightweight that it just was the perfect thing to put over everything. And it's so comfortable. So comfort reigns supreme for me.
It does. And even though it's oversized, it really is, like you said, lightweight. So it collapses into the body and it's extremely flattering. Everybody that puts it on likes it. You and I are both super tall, but even my short stature gals will put it on and go, oh my gosh. And it's very flattering on the shoulders. We've talked about how both of us have big, wide shoulders, but the drop shoulder is so comfortable on everybody. I'm wearing it with some color, our rotation tank. And then Sandra, you're wearing it with a comfortable V-neck tee. Is that the formal tee?
No, it's this one that has these stripes on the back from love it though.
Piece. I love that. Yeah, a little party in the back going on. You get some stripes and you walk away. But I'm also wearing it with the utility trousers. We remember these were our spring fashion flash piece. So this is really exciting. These pieces are pieces that women get a handle on early, right? Which is great. And Sandra, talk about those a little bit as I bring up our special fashion flash pieces for the fall.
Awesome. So there's a couple different ways that you can get these in the month of July. So for me, I run my business through something predominantly through something called Sub Club. So what Sub Club is women come and do their shopping appointment in July and January. So before we even launch the season. And because they do that and get their purchases planned for the whole season, they get to choose one of these items as an additional half price item to their perk month. So if you want to know more about Sub Club, I can go into that later. But you can also get this by hosting a show in July or August, typically August. But when you book your show from July 1st to July, whatever the last day of July is, you get to choose, who knows? You get to choose one of these items. So for me, I am just dying over this camel coat. I mean, my goal is to sell like 50 of these over this season, just because I think everyone needs to have this in their closet. So that's definitely going to be my go-to piece. Lee, what about you?
Yeah, I agree. That camel coat, I am in love with. In fact, our designer, chief designer, Kat Woodside, was like, this is a must have. This is a never goes out of style, an absolute essential in your wardrobe. What makes this so beautiful that you cannot see in that picture though, is the lining is camel and white checkerboard. So it's such a stunner when you're taking it off, right? And then also there is faux leather details. Remember we talked about that last week.
Leather is back. Yes.
So it's on the back of the collar. If you were to pop your collar, it's right on the pocket edge. And then if you turn around, there's a little tab of that leather, faux leather too, in this camel color. It's a stunning, stunning piece. But I have to say, we've been talking about the 80s and 90s. I'm gonna rock those jeans. I love that. That's the 70s style, you guys. So these patch pockets on both the front and the back, nice little subtle flare leg, and it does come in 2 lengths. So those of us who are tall, or those of you who like to wear heels, Sandra and I don't wear them so much, but they do come in the 32 and 34.5-inch seam, which is fantastic. And I love that wash. Like, I think that's going to be really easy to wear. And
well, and it's not super high rise either. So the high rise doesn't work so well for me. So that's why I think I'm going to love these jeans too.
Yeah. In fact, I have to cheat and look at, because we don't have these pieces yet, y'all. We want them as much as you do. So I'm looking and I'm seeing, yeah, I think they're going to be a little looser in the hips and thighs, which is great. It's going to be really fun. And we alluded to the fact we tend to do this with cabi. We clue you in on some colors that are going to be popular and then are going to go through a couple seasons. And we got you ready this season with that purple and violet. As you can see, it's coming back. We've got it in 2 of our fashion flash pieces, the beautiful trifle top, and then that luxury pullover. That pullover, they're saying, is going to be like cashmere. I mean, wow. Really soft, no wool, can't handle wool. No, that's not going to work.
Long sweater. I mean, I think half my closet is long sweaters and cardigans, so that's a must have. And usually we have dark sweaters, which I'm here for, but now we have a light option as well. So we had one of a similar sweater to this in navy a few seasons back, and I have 3 of them. So this is definitely going to be a go-to piece. So you really can't go wrong with any of these fashion flash pieces. So awesome.
I know. And then underneath, there's a little peek there of that, that Cosmo blouse, which is a beautiful floral. And both Sandra and I are going to have pictures of these up on our private Facebook groups. So you don't need to miss that, but you can of course contact us as well to get more images. Cabi will also be putting out images on their social media pages, so you can see all of that. But yes, we are super excited about these fashion flash pieces, and you can snag one, like Sandra said, in July only, if you agree to gather some of your girlfriends together or be a part of a sub club or a style circle. And then you get one at half off. And that's addition to all the fabulous benefits. So fashion flash is for sure the way to go.
Yeah. And this with that camel coat, I mean, usually I'm surprised because that's kind of like the signature piece of the line, I would think. And it's a fashion flash. So that's a huge opportunity. So, I mean, and that's going to be the biggest saving of money too, for those of you who
my gosh,
that way. So
absolutely. And get it now. I think get it early on, because I do think that coat is going to sell very well. I think especially because people recognize it's a closet staple. I think that's just
great. And in the retail world, I mean, if you go to the mall, I don't really go to the mall, so I'm just speaking from experience of what I know from the past, but everything is in the mall is fall right now. Like if you try to go find a bathing suit, it's hard to find because bathing suits were being, again, not like I'm trying to buy a bathing suit, but they were being sold in like the winter. So it's just a weird thing, but you do want to be a couple months ahead of when you actually need these items. So buying your camel coat now is a really good investment and a good idea.
Yeah. So Sandra, you talked about Sub Club. I'll talk about what I'm doing this season with my clients. I am continuing with the virtual, and the in-person shows can all happen again, which is so exciting for me, so exciting for my clients as well. I have found that my hostesses really enjoy having both as part of their event, because they have a small group of women that of course get together in their home, and I bring the clothes and it's a lot of fun, but they also are enjoying having that opportunity to see friends and family that do not live nearby, or friends that just can't make that in-person event are able to come onto a virtual show on Front Row or Zoom. We can do both, and really share the collection that way. The videos are amazing. You really do feel like you are on a runway watching these models come down. It's amazing. Cabi's just done a fantastic job with that over the last 2 years. This was way beyond the pandemic that Cabi started doing this, which was awesome. In person, though, is where I get to really specially fit and be with those women. So I've missed that a lot personally, being an extrovert. I like being with everybody. And then what's exciting is I'm traveling again. I'm already planning on traveling, Sandra. I love going back to my clients in San Diego, where I first started my cabi career. And I just was talking to one of my hostesses about, we need to start thinking about this. We got to get this date on the calendar. So yeah, I cannot wait to get over to San Diego, probably down to Florida, but to be with my mom and her group. And then I don't know, I got to talk to some girls in some other states to see if they want to pull it together. But I am really excited to travel again and be in front of these women that I've missed seeing over the last 3 seasons. So This is super exciting.
Yep. The new normal is coming into play, and we're here for it. So
yeah, absolutely. So many different ways that Sandra and I and any of your cabi stylists can serve you. So don't hesitate to ask us if one of these special ways that we want to serve you is not quite up your alley. You want a different approach to it. Sandra and I both can help with personal appointments. We can do drop-offs at your home for you to try on pieces. These are all very easy for us to serve you better and what's comfortable for you. But we're loving the fashion of fall, Sandra. We're getting into that already, huh?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So what else do we need to share this week?
I think we're just wrap it up, Lee.
All right, ladies, we are the Coincidental Trendsetters. Thank you so much for being with us and spending some time. We know that perhaps you feel like this is a coincidence that you're here, but it is no accident. Thank you so much.
See you next week.